with Jordan Poole on Wizards Media Day. JP, what's up, man? How are you?
What's going on, bro? How are you?
Doing well. Fun to talk to you guys this time of year. Everyone's excited. Everyone's getting ready for the season. For you, though, I'm curious. Like, when you were in Golden State, you guys went pretty deep in the playoffs pretty consistently. Your season doesn't end until May or even June.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're done in mid-April. What'd you do? Like, how was it weird being done that early?
Yeah, it was a lot of time off. It worked out. I like to travel a little bit in my off season, but I do like to take my time off and rest a little bit, relax. So if you kind of mix those three things up over the course of like 5.5 months, that's really all I've been up to.
Did it hit you like how long the postseason is, not being in it, maybe even harder than it is when you're in it, when you realize like, oh my God, they are still playing?
Yeah. So my first year was COVID. So
right.
The off season was a little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't.
That was
schedule's
messed
whack.
up a little bit, and then the second year was a shortened season, so we started a little bit later, and then I want to say we started either normally or a little bit earlier coming the next season, and then my third year was.
That was the year y'all won it, right?
Yeah, that was the year we won it, so we went all the way into like June.
Yeah, it's late.
Then
June.
the second or the year after that was like May.
Yeah.
Middle of May, because it's probably like 2.5, 3 weeks for the first 2 rounds. So This is the first off season I had that was like an extended period of time. I mean, when you get it off, you like obviously want to take advantage of it, but like I wouldn't plan on trying to have too many of those.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Speaking of the travel, what was your favorite trip that you took during the off season? Because it looked, based off Instagram alone, it looks like you had a couple good ones.
Yeah. Amsterdam was new. I've never been to Amsterdam. We were there for a couple of days. That was fire. I wasn't expecting it to be how nice it was. Food was really good. People were cool. I'm like an outdoorsy, like nature type of guy, so just walking around, kind of getting the feel and vibe of a new city. It was good weather, so let's lock in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, definitely on my list.
Yeah, you haven't been?
I have not, but
Okay.
you and I did share one vacation destination.
Where?
I was in Paris for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Were you there Olympic time, or did you
No,
go
I definitely
before?
wasn't going when there was all them people out there, bro. There's no way, bro.
They did a good job of making it not terribly busy. I will say. They did a good job. Kudos to the French.
I love Paris. Paris is probably a favorite.
What do you love about it? There's a lot to love. So what is it that you love about
the
it?
swag.
Yeah.
Just kind of, they just be minding their business. Everybody put real clothes on, but everybody out there on foot, they walking around. It's not like, I'm not going to say it's like super warm and inviting, but it's not like cold shoulder either.
Yeah.
Like people just go about their day out there. So, just the vibes, bro. I don't know. Just the vibes, bro.
It's great.
Don't let me learn. I'm working on my French. So
how's that going? Because I tried to learn French and it was terrible.
It's going good. I got three players on the team who speak French, so I'll just ask them questions throughout the course of the day, course of the year and stuff. So
who's the most helpful?
Me and Bilal going on year 2. Year 2 is my teacher, but it helps with Keyshawn because Keyshawn is
he's bilingual.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah,
fire. And then we got mad French people around the facility. I'm not gonna lie, so there's hella wee going on in there. Bon travail, all type of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's that would have been helpful. I just was doing Duolingo, and
I started with that, but
I only got so far.
Yeah, then
because I learned Spanish.
Le chat is the only thing that I learned, bro. That mean like cat, bro. That's it.
Tu manges un orange. Okay, cool. He can eat an orange,
right?
But like, how helpful is? Yeah, tu manges un orange.
No, I'm gonna have my French right by the start of the season.
All right, we can make that a mutual goal. If we do this again next year, we'll do part of the interview in
and see
French.
what we learn.
Yeah.
Okay, but.
Well,
I like that.
I'll probably be like, bonjour.
Solid. And that's it. I'll just take it from there.
All right, excellent. All right, that's a good plan. We'll call it a date next year, media day. Anthony, put that in the notebook.
Lock it in.
All right, so I also noticed that tattoo over there, the leg sleeve, grew throughout the season from the end of season pictures. I think it was just down on the calf.
Yeah.
What's the tattoo plan here? What?
Just one leg sleeve. I'm done.
That's it.
I'm done. Sleeve it from top to bottom. I added a bunch of stuff. I added a Allen Iverson piece. I added Death Note. It's an anime. I don't really watch anime, but I watched that one and it was fire. His name's Ryuk. I got him. I got Denzel Washington on the side. Michigan logo. Barack Obama up top. Clint Eastwood on the side. Bernie Mac in the back.
So these are all like heroes of
Ghost
yours
on the side. Yeah, more like portrait vibes. Things that I like growing up. I thought were pretty cool.
No, they look great.
Yeah,
So
appreciate it, bro.
Excellent work on that.
Yeah,
I'm
my
sure
dog.
that hurt like hell.
Oh, yeah, all tattoos are terrible. Anybody tells you that tattoos don't hurt, then
They're lying.
they're capping.
All right, let's talk a little ball. I know, like, the first half of last year for you compared to the second half are two completely different seasons.
Yeah.
My question for you, Jordan, is, like, when you watched yourself on tape at the first part of last year and you're trying to figure out how to get to where you eventually did get, what was that process like of figuring that out on both ends of the floor?
I controlled everything that I could control. Like, in terms of the positions that I was on the court, minutes that I was playing, the unit that we were out there with, it's only so much you can control with that. I mean, you can be vocal, you can go talk to the coach, you can go have like these conversations, but ultimately when BK came, he's very familiar with my game. He coached against me my first 4 years in the league, and he knew my style and he knew what I do to be effective, and he wasted zero time on like telling the team that, as well as just like letting me know this is how he wants me to play, which is getting back to my game, being on ball, being aggressive, creating shots for myself, creating shots for others, playing in transition, playing free. And I think we just saw that as soon as he got the coaching change and he made that alter from being off ball to point guard, like everything went back to normal. So it's a learning process. Nothing is supposed to be easy, but it ties into just the fact that we were transitioning. We got a new coaching staff. We got a new front office. They're trying to figure things out. They're trying to figure out what direction they want to go to. It's their first year being in a head position. It's my first year being the lead player. So it was just a lot of transition and things that we needed to go through. I'm sure if we all could do it right away and like skip that entire phase, I'm pretty sure we would. But it's just a part of the learning process, and definitely it makes you tougher. You learn a lot. It was cool. It was a cool experience, man. You got to take everything that comes with the process. You can't just take the highs.
I'm glad you used that word toughness. I'm reading a book right now by a guy named Steve Magnus. It's on toughness, and literally the chapter that I was reading last night talks about how struggle can be a factor in building toughness if you take the right approach to it. So what's something you learned through the struggle that, like, it wasn't very fun at the time, but that now you're like, oh, I'm a better person, better basketball player because of this struggle that I had?
It's a good question. I'm not gonna say the thing that comes to mind is like stick with it, stay with your routine. But I did that. All of that. I think that is where people deter a little bit, is when things get tough or they're not going how they're supposed to. You want to alter something. You want to change something. But for me, I just stayed consistent through like the tough times anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess then if it works,
stick to the process. If it works, then why change it?
Right.
But I can see how at the beginning of the year how people would think that didn't work, and like that wasn't the thing. So just staying with the routine, sticking to what you know, challenging yourself, and then just getting back up, rise into every occasion, showing up every day, being first in, last one out. Right, like that is more so of a lifestyle. That's more so of a personality trait than it is a motivation or non-motivational factor. So just sticking with it, because things are going to turn around. That's not going to always be tough, and you just take the bumps with the punches you throw.
All right, last question, because they're giving me the wrap here.
Hurry up.
So what this year going into it, you're obviously way more comfortable around the team. You know Will, you know BK, you know the staff, or a lot of the staff. You know the city a lot better. You've been doing a lot of cool stuff, and would love to have you back on the show eventually to talk about some of that.
Yeah, definitely. I might have to start popping out and doing some more like podcasts with the team, like local stuff. I've been thinking about it. Me and my where is he at? Me and my PR guy, J Squared.
Yeah, well, tell J Squared to come over here and pay me a visit. We'll have you on whenever. But for you on the court, like, what is success for you this year? That's how we're wrapping up all these chats here on
are we gonna go like tangible, like you can actually touch it, or just like metaphorical things as well? Trying
either.
to hit we playing, at least playing. Obviously, I would love to get back to the playoffs. We would love to get them to the playoffs, but I think playing is a very reachable, tangible goal for us. But just learning and building a culture and a sense of style, like to DC, like a way that we play, right? Like playing with speed, playing with, like we're going to get up a lot of threes. We getting out in transition, have fun. We going to guard. Bringing like a, just like a joy back to the city. We're young, so we're going to have to use the season to learn the things that we need to learn in order to become a good team and be a team that ultimately wants to play in that postseason. But just building like an identity, I think that's something that'll be huge for us. And everything else will take care of itself, man. I'm extremely excited about the season. We're going in the right direction. We got some clarity. We got guys who are motivated. We got a young group of guys that are really going to help us this year. Coaching staff who's locked in, who's focused. It'll be a fun year. It'll be a fun year.
Looking forward to it,
Yeah.
JP. We'll have you back on to talk about all the stuff you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. That's Jordan Poole, everybody.